Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Monster Train 2 warm-up runs for the day on stream. Random clan, random Pyre heart. We should, but also we do need to do a little bit more Woken. No, sorry, Stygian. I'm literally just dyslexic, I guess. We need to play Stygian, we need to play some of the other champions, which we're not playing with that often. I would like to do Lazarus League or Kai and try to play around with him because I think I'm undervaluing his damage dealing capabilities. I would like to do Banished, I would like to do maybe an Umbra, maybe a Stygian run, but we'll random and see what we get. Because you never know, maybe it'll be something fun that you've never thought of before, like Banished Lazarus. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but pretty good. I like the Banished clan. I like Fel more than Talos, I think. We get bonus draw when we play 2 cards in a turn, one from the primary and one from the allied clan. Heart of the Pact is okay. We have double enchant grant quick, a tank, and 2 potion kits. I like potion kit as equipment. It's not bad at all. Valor grants more armor per stack is insanely good because we're gonna be dealing with Fel. Oh, it's Talos, damn it. That's fine. On Resolve, apply a Valor 2 to friendly units. On Celebrate, buff units permanently. Battle Cleric and then the other one. Let's see, what do we got? Well, we've not taken Battle Cleric, so we will probably go Battle Cleric, but I have to say, Valor 2 is not that much on a Resolve trigger, but it still is fine. It's worth double Valor. We can scale with that. It's every turn, which is kind of interesting. I do like Celebrate, but let's level up Battle Cleric. Let's see what the third ability is. That way we get it unlocked in the log book. Elgaso says Banished always feels cracked to me. I'm not a big fan of Talos, but I do like her flight ability. It means that you can really build up one huge floor with her, which I think is pretty fun. So we are going to turn on -1 draw for 75 gold because we need cash. Always desperate for money. Username says, I still find it funny that whenever I'm looking, it's almost always either Lazarus, Underlegion, or Umbra, or Melting, or Awoken. I get a lot of that too. So we don't really need an enchant grant quick, I don't think. What I will do is we're gonna build up a big top floor, I think. And we're gonna do that by getting quick enchant quick and then also a spear steward up here, and then she's gonna ascend up here and start giving valor stacks to everyone. That's my plan. So we'll also begin potion kitting. It would be really nice to pick up stacks of reanimate, and we will end our turn. Okay. Did we play 1 card from each clan? We must not have. I want to draw in quick enchant grant quick and put it up here. That's what I would love to do. For now, we're just going to do whatever damage we can. We'll stack up a little valor up here. I know we're getting valor on the wrong floor, but I really want quick enchant grant quick. So we finally got that out there. Now you can come up. Oh, I got rid of your flight ability. Ah, I see the problem now. Well, that's problematic. What can I say? In that case, here's what we're gonna do. You get this. I'm going to try to get Unstable from Mixers, which I got, thankfully. Battle Cleric with one of the multi-strikers would go hard. I mean, it's Valor 2 every turn, which is not the best, but it is something at least. All right, so we can't give her a potion kit. That completely ruins her ability, basically. I can't give you an ability either. We'll give this to you. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Now, Unstable is still really nice if we can grab it. Because every Unstable means that floors are really starting to die much faster. So I'll just hold on to Rage for now. Might as well get more damage from Rage. Theoretically, we'll make it through this without losing the Pyre, or taking too much Pyre damage even. It's not going to be too bad. You're taking 248. Honestly, the rage will kill you. So let's stack it up. And stack it up. And stack it up. Dude, infusions are so nice. That's a lot of damage. Cool. All right, lesson learned. You can't give her the equipment. Makes sense. Dun 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 dun. Twisted back on a big Valor stack creature, says El Gasso. Twisted back is trample, right? No, spikes? Can't remember. Shift, take 30 damage, apply Valor 10, ascend, then advance. I do like Rising Rage, because we can build up a bigger floor that takes more advantage out of the Valor. But Divinity is also Valor 20 armor and damage, which I really like. Arcatraz, thank you for the subscription, and Kaka to you. How you doing, Arky? Kaka. Twisted back is trample. I do like trample. I'd much rather just get a sweeper. I guess Lazarus League does have a really good sweeper, so if we can just grab that, we don't really need trample. Rising Rage is really good. To manipulate the enemy positioning. But it advances, so it's not like you can ascend a tank to the back, because they'll be pushed to the front. I think I'm just gonna take a Divinity here. And Unstable, deal damage, a good sweep card, basically. Pseudoscience is not consistent. Consume, apply one, reanimate. That would be much better if we had like a propagation happening, which we don't. I might just take explosive reaction for damage. And then we don't need unstable mixers as much. Banished or Lazarus League units. This is where it gets tricky. Most of the banished units are shift or tanks. We have a tank and we have Valor tanks. There's a revenge tank that I would really like to see. It's actually the same unit that's on the picture of Divinity. On Revenge, gain Valor. That would synergize very well with the armor gain that we have. Lazarus League might be a little bit more in the way of damaging units, though. But I really like unit upgrades as my first pick. If we go to units and we go to Banished, things like Battle Dancer, Death's Dancer, Demonic Fledgling, Divine Dancer, that's not going to do too much for us because we don't have shift happening. We can fly every other turn, but we don't have the Fell starting card, which shifts the floor, basically, because you just play it on the back unit, move them forward. So tank, Sword Maiden is useless. Avenger is good. Firebrand is the one that I would want. The Revenge Valor 2 is a lot of armor gain, and then we have another tank. So lots of tanks and shifting. If we go Lazarus, and we look at banner units specifically, Makeshift Golem and Meat Hook are tanky. Reforming Ooze could be kind of fun with Reanimate. We can reanimate him constantly. And for banner units, you've got Hulking Mass, Hydra Horror. We don't really have too much equipment, so they're not going to be multi-struck. 9 Live Nightmare, Plague Doctor, and Test Subject. Test Subject is always the best one, but making spells cheaper would be nice. Honestly, though, I think I'm just gonna go left. I really just like unit upgrades. We get a Smidge Stone in Dualism. There's some real good things we can do with this. I mean, Armor 24 is not that bad. Strike won't get duplicated. You also don't need a Smidge Stone. I think you go Makeshift Golem here. Strike Unstable is tempting, but does that work with Dualism? It's not a number on the card. And it says equal to damage dealt, not... will it be double equal to damage dealt? I don't think so. Makeshift Golem, armor, extinguish armor. We don't really need that with Valor as much. I guess we could try make a Plague Doctor unstable build happen. I mean, we have unstable explosive reaction. Valor will buff the damage. I love dualism, but sometimes it doesn't do anything where you think it would, says Connie. That's what I'm worried about. Also, we have the smidge stone. I guess we could smidge the tank, who's at 2 pips. Okay, let's go Plague Doctor. I will smidge the tank. Who's our boss, by the way? Rage on Siphon, Lifesteal, and Sap Resolve. Not that bad. We're gonna go smidge on the Crusader, dualism on the Plague Doctor. I mean, it says it literally doubles, so I hope it's gonna double. Let's try that. And let's give you more HP. So you can tank some damage, and let's move on. Let's see what happens. Not really that big on the unstable, but you never know. So I was hoping I could skip this with my left hand while drinking with my right hand. So the enemies will start on the bottom and then move up. Okay, I think we want to do something similar to what we did previously. I really want to draw a quick enchant grant quick and then play him on the top floor. We drew 2 of them, which is honestly actually perfect, because now they're all quick and we can bring you up, which we should do now because we have nothing else we can fit there. So then you come up, you can go, please, there. Then I can Secret Ingredient or Valor for more stacks. I guess it's Valor for more stacks. We're gonna see how this works. So I could wipe a floor, or wipe this floor. Or I could get 1 extra damage per unit. Inspire just doesn't seem particularly great, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Part of the pack means we'll draw an extra card. I have to pay attention to that. We'll just buff the floor. No need to use abilities. We can fly, but unless there's a shift on the floor, we don't care about flight. So we can Divinity, Steadfast Crusader, or double Potion Kit for additional stats. I'm also not paying attention to the strike effect. Let's go to slow motion. And then we can pay attention to the strike effect. I would also love to get an unstable. 3, 2, 1 for this guy. So I think we'll Potion Kit. It's more unstable. Ah, perfect. So they're all dead. And then we'll just buff up anybody. Probably we just want Rage at this point. Let's give everyone an Inspire. Nope, so dualism does not work on the Plague Doctor, unfortunately. Which you really think that it should, but it's not a number written on the card, so I guess that's the impetus for that. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Grab some Rage. Got a decent amount of armor on the front unit there. You should not be surviving this, let's just be honest. Now you're dying to unstable. And you're hitting 3 times. It's not too bad. Yeah, she's doing 33 damage, she's applying 30 unstable. Which is weird that she's doing 33, she's applying 30. Or perhaps he has Titan skin. On shift, gain Valor. On resolve, trigger shift. See, I do like Windblade because if we do end up pulling a shift unit, we can actually take more advantage of that unit. And life steal on attack is really nice. 1 life steal per turn is huge. Do we want a room? No, I think it's a little early for that. I think I just want another unit and some spells. On shift, gain Valor. On revenge, melee weakness 1 to the attacker. I guess Battle Dancer gives us a reason to shift. You're a good multi-strike target. We have a tank, and with Valor, a lot of our units are tanks. Do we care about melee weakness? Doesn't dualism show things that it affects in green? It does, but because there wasn't anything on the card that was a number, I thought it would still affect the value of unstable. I mean, it says doubles the stacks of armor or buff or debuff applied by this unit. Unstable is a debuff, therefore you would think that dualism would work with unstable, but because it doesn't have a number written next to it, it just uses this number. The damage of the unit is overriding the unstable damage, which doesn't affect it. Which is weird that it doesn't. You would think that it would. If this was Magic the Gathering, it would. But I guess not. You know, so I guess here's what I would like from the Plague Doctor. Instead of applying unstable, it's going to make it very wordy. But say, apply X unstable where X is equal to the damage dealt by this minion, and then dualism would change that to be 2X. There you go. That's how you could make it work. And then have it actually be displayed properly. I'm going to go Battle Dancer. I think we need damage. An intrinsic, a holy stone. I mean, an intrinsic divinity, that's 20 armor every turn immediately. That's pretty good just to keep units going. We're gonna play our tank on turn 1 all the time, so let's make a cheap divinity. And then that's pretty much all we're doing here. Heal Pyre to full or go down to 1 HP and friendly units get stronger. Pyre does not have a lot of HP. This Archeon is probably not gonna make it through. I would like my units to be stronger. I don't do that much now. I'm gonna take 1 HP. It's a bit risky. You know what I wish that did? I wish it also like gave your Pyre 1 or 2 damage shield. That would be really nice, because then you could actually still make a mistake and not die. Gambling time? It is gambling time. Mud, welcome. How you doing? What's going on, dude? Okay, you go down. You go down. I still want the Plague Doctor, and I still want Talos. But we need a quick Warbler, and then we can move her up. You come down and get me the equipment. You're actually living, which is very surprising. I want you to have damage shield. I want you to have Valor stacks. Might as well smack him. Big balls, move. I mean, nothing here is gonna do damage to the Pyre unless I don't play it. You do heal a lot. You also do a lot. How much damage do we have? For roughly 60. So you should die. I shouldn't need to do too much on this floor. I think we'll make sure to wipe this floor. Ah, no, I don't want to give you that much rage. Okay, we'll wipe this floor, and we'll put out a potion kit. And let's start stacking. I know we're not doing anything with the champion yet, but I really want that quick enchant grant quick because I need to play it on the top floor before I play her. There we go. So you come up here. Then you move up. There we go. I want to have lifesteal. Even though you have the armor, let's keep you going. Okay. So the unstable damage is helping out here. You're gonna move up, and we're gonna kill you. Excellent. Can't take Pyre damage. Might as well put out a potion kit. Spikes, huh? Guess I'll take spikes. Yeah, that'll kill you. And let's stack up more Inspire. Quick on the Plague Doctor would be nice. That way we get the unstable out immediately. Everything's dying, which I'm very surprised about, honestly. Everything seems fine, so let's not worry too much. Do we want to do damage or just double inspire? I think just double inspire. I still am very surprised that this is working well. Will Abe die forgetting he has 1 HP? Hopefully not. Just inspire, I guess. Everything's dying. Mud says, "Oh, Abe, what a crazy day. I'm so sleepy." Why are you so sleepy? What happened to your day? Anything I need to be worried about? All right. You're dead. My units are great. I'm raged up. I'm inspired. It's not too bad. Tom, welcome. The better question is there anything not to be worried about? I don't know. I'm not really that worried about aliens. You know, I think we're probably okay. Death metal hymnist we need. I just wish he was multi-strike. Sorry, I wish he was banner. If he was banner, we would draw him immediately, but we need him. On strike, gain valor. On shift, gain rage. Revenge, gain valor. So there's Firebrand. We could take another Plague Doctor. Firebrand is also nice for our tank, but we kind of have a tank already, but you do a lot of damage. Pretty metal name. Pretty metal name, pretty metal unit. I'll take another Plague Doctor, I think, because we have a tank in front. But you're your own tank for any floor. No, we go Firebrand. Even over the Calcified Ember, we'll take energy. We'll go left for more unit buffs. Revenge, deal damage to the attacker equal to this unit's health. Gain 1 energy when a unit dies. I think I need energy. Calcified Ember, the unit's Death Metal Hymnist at some point. Getting him on the floor with all of these units is going to be problematic because we want Talos on the same floor as all of our units so that we can get the resolve trigger every turn. That's not going to happen. Shield is nice, though. Connie says, I hope they don't nerf Boiler Room. It's a good room. Shield of Wing. Deal damage equal to this unit's health. I mean, 60 damage if anything hits you is not bad. It's not bad. Okay. And then you have Resolve Valor, which we're just gonna go full on into that path. Multi-strike. I was tempted to maybe put this on Firebrand. They'll gain a lot of valor, but I think we want this on the Plague Doctor. Even if we're not getting the dualism, that's still a lot of unstable every turn. And then starting the Firebrand with 16 armor is pretty okay. We could re-roll and look for something a little bit better. You know, we could still do this and re-roll and still probably afford everything. Quick multi-strike would have been better than dualism multi-strike, apparently. So we'll just give you Titanite. Now you live forever. Perfect. Plus 14 damage. We can put this down on maybe Battle Dancer. Okay, it's all of our money. -1 energy is gonna suck a little bit, but it's not gonna be too bad. The big thing that we need is we need Death Metal Hymnist to come out early. We just can't control it though. There's no way of drawing that card on turn 1 guaranteed. You can't make a unit deployable. I wish you could. So are we okay just playing the top floor like the top floor is, or what? I don't know. Here's what I'm gonna do. I might just get, oh right, we can't do quick. Well, we don't care about quick, we wanna get hit. I might just save this capacity for death metal and then move her up, just do the same thing we've been doing. I think that's the play. Even if it is annoying. You haste, I don't care. Every turn you get stronger with a wind blade. I do kind of like that, but Potion Kit just raises your damage by a lot immediately. See, what I like about Fel, as opposed to Talus's cards, is that Fel has an advance on her starter cards. So that card earlier that we skipped, that was Ascend, Advance, we could take that, build up units here, and then send them up to the top floor while still having our tanks in the front, but we can't do that here, because Inspire doesn't move. Even though I wish that it did. I guess you gaining more Valor is fine. I really want you to have the weird shield, though. Let's put this on you, then. Well, put this on, yeah, put it on you, then, whatever. I guess give me a mix. If we get unstable, perhaps we could kill the units moving up. Not like we need to. We can wait. We don't have the energy for the Death Metal Hymnist anyways. What am I doing? We don't even want you to be quick because you're gonna ruin her Valor. What are we doing? All right, I am making mistakes. You know what? Bring it back. Yeah, the advanced cards are also really nice for the shifts. If we do this, we can purge this. So let's do that. We do have a lot of damage up there, especially with the multi-strike. Gains armor up to the stack count. Valor grants an additional +1 armor per stack. This is another one where I don't like the way this is phrased because, and this is very specific, Valor gives you armor up to the stack count. So we have 60 armor because we have 30 Valor and it's being doubled from Titan's Edict. However, that's not what it says should happen. It gives you armor up to the stack count. There are situations where if you have between 30 and 60 armor, it doesn't give you any armor because it's not triggering Valor. I think maybe Dualism on the unit does that as well. But I've had runs. Oh, you know what it's been? I'm snapping. It's some of the dimensional portal challenges when they have double status effects. If you're between 30 and 60, they don't trigger the Valor because it only gives you armor up to the stack count, and then at that point it gives you double armor. Worth bet. Yeah, bet all you want. Make sure you win. All right, play that, play this, get some rage, end turn. But I guess it's working differently here, it's weird. All right, so there's the shield. This just completely destroys everything, which I kind of like. You really don't need to have lifesteal. Death Metal Hymnist is unplayable, which is fair. So yeah, let's give you the shield. Now you're gonna hit everyone for 52 damage as you get hit, which is pretty cool. I'm not worried about the corruption, she takes half damage. And I'm not really worried about your strike either. We do a lot of damage and we are scaling. And we've got rage, and I'm gonna put all of the rage on the Plague Doctor anyways, so. Take her. I guess literally we can just play a unit. Everything looks fine. That shield is just spikes 2.0. Yeah, it spikes without the spikes, which is kind of nice. So keep the shield, you're getting hit for 50 every turn when you get hit. We'll put lifesteal on, it doesn't really matter, we'll just put it on you because you do more damage, and we'll just inspire again. You have 148 armor on our tank. It's pretty nice. And then, whoa. You know what? Well, you're gonna die on the spike, so I don't really need to explosive reaction you. I can just do this. Get a damage shield or something, which we don't really need, but there's a bunch of rage. End turn. And then you blew up, you had 250 unstable. Plague Doctor is able to stack up a lot of unstable. I do like it. So Demonize we could theoretically use to build up a middle floor. Units would have a bunch of melee weakness, but it's something. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 3 times this unit's health and armor. Not consume on this would be really nice. I mean, that's 600 damage. If we play it on Firebrand, that's a lot of damage. Gotta gold it at some point. Demon I do like it for moving bosses out of the way, but it's way too expensive. We'll need to go to Merchants of Magic and keep upgrading things. But I do like that it could mean we could get the Death Metal Hymnist on the floor, you know? I don't like it, but I'll take it. Sacrifice transferred damage and all buff and debuffs to the front friendly unit. Not health, but damage, buff, and debuffs. So if you put reanimate on something, you can keep it alive. But is there anything that we really care about transferring onto? Not really. Especially because it's the front friendly unit, which we're not, like our front friendly unit's a tank. Who cares if they have Valor? They already have Valor. I think that's a skip. Plus 10 attack and lifesteal 2 is not particularly important. It's a buff, you know, it's 10 extra damage, it's 10 extra unstable on the Plague Doctor. Sure, I can add it. I'm just adding cards at this point. Free artifact, free equipment, Merchant of Arms, or pay for equipment and an alcove. Don't really need arms. Don't really need rooms. We get a free artifact though. Connie says, I've lost a few runs just adding every card, hoping to master them all. Yeah, you generally don't want to roll that, even though you can. I think I want to remove cards. I gotta make it easier to get through the deck. At the end of the entire battle, the front units on each floor gain +6. At the start of turn, friendly units gain Valor 2 if they're at the front. So you could make your tanks get additional Valor every turn. They're already getting enough, I think. I think I'd rather just reroll and look for a better relic. Fragile. Permanently gain 10 attack. Ember Drain, but on summon gain energy. We don't have anything that's endless, but... Dude. Plague Doctor. They don't really need the health. But if we can keep them alive... Celebrate permanent 10? That's not bad at all. It's not lifesteal. And it's not sweep. Well, the debuff is gonna run its course by the time that happens. But yeah, double Plague Doctor, or not double, more damage on the Plague Doctor, and maybe we can just double this unit at some point. It's a good unit. This is a bit of a whiff. I guess we can take another mixer choice, but I would say that is a bad roll. Haste, Titan Skin. Titan Skin, Resolve Titan Skin. Nah, we can do this. Connie says at least it doesn't track Covenant levels for mastery. I like that you don't have to fight the Titans to master cards. It's just Seraph. Okay, so we're gonna try the same thing we've been doing. But we're gonna do it slightly differently. Because I want quick, and I want big multi-strike up here if we can make it happen. So, enchant, grant, quick. I don't even think we want enchant, grant, quick, because I don't want... Like, I want Firebrand to get hit to gain Valor every time. I think what we want is... maybe even Divinity on you to buff your damage. Windblade will buff your damage. On shift, gain Valor 2. Oh, because of dualism, you gain double the Valor. See, that does work on equipment. It just doesn't work on her strike effect. Okay, yeah. And let's give you a lot of Divinity immediately. And do we want quick up here? No, I want you to get hit and scale your Valor. I had no idea that dualism affected equipment, says Connie. It does. It's not the most ideal synergy, but it does work. I mean, you're hitting for 50, so you're hitting for 100. You're dead. Let's get you out. Let's get a mixer out. Rage will probably help. Let's raise everyone's damage. Again, I'm just waiting for multi-strike, and then she's moving up. Does that mean you can stack infinity souls with the soul smelter? You do get double the souls with soul smelter. Okay, this is what we wanted. Extra multi-strike. Everything's dead. You come up. Also gave you some additional Valor. We take 1 damage, but this floor is sorted now. She just like thrusts her pelvis forward when she throws her flask. There's no animation for it. It's really funny. Hey, taking you down to 1 HP doesn't really change anything, so why don't you take Risky Operation? And let's start giving out buffs. So you can take a potion kit. Give me a mixer. Damage shield on you might be important. Let's hold that. Inspire. Let's dump a Spear Steward. Why not? Some of the summon sounds are so great. Apparently one of the mushrooms does a little "I'm here," but I haven't heard that one yet either. Rip me. Everyone has equipment. You're not going to need to fly. Although I could fly you to give you more valor, but I don't think we are going to need that. I'm just going to give you damage and brewing instead. Keep the damage shields going. Keep the valor going. Our tank has a lot of HP, and we don't want quick with that tank. So quick is something we are not looking for at all. You strike and sap. No, you don't strike and sap. That was the last boss. Never mind then. Just clipped her wings. Oh no, Connie. When you phrase it like that, it's horrible. You're not wrong, but also it's horrible. All right, Mixer. Hardly knew her. We have more equipment we can give out, but no one really needs it. So I think we'll just keep buffing the Valor. One thing that I'm looking for out of equipment is when you gain Valor, gain one more. That would be really nice to have. So a lot of our damage is Valor, a lot of our damage is the enchant multi-strike, but a lot of our damage is Valor too. Buff your damage, give you rage. You're hitting for 300, which is pretty dope. You know, 270 unstable, that's pretty good if you can apply it to a big health unit and then kill them. Ooh, strike, apply Valor 2 to friendly units. That's also huge. Adding a lot of calcified embers, but it's good equipment. Retreat days. 7/7 on summon and reanimate. Don't need it. Remove equipment, apply plus 30. Don't need it. That's a skip. We can do that later. Unit upgrades. What are we looking for? Nothing. We're just gonna duplicate, I think, Plague Doctor at some point. No one else really needs it. So probably a Merchant of Magic. Finally upgrade some damn spells. Now, copying a unit would be nice. Doubling up on... You want to double up on a Plague Doctor. Look, I'm gonna take it, even though I'm probably not gonna use it for the time being, but that's pretty nice. Let's have this heal the Pyre. I couldn't make it intrinsic. That way we can descend a unit onto the big floor on turn 1, but we're unlikely to draw what we need on that turn. Risky Operation can just be a bit of a damage boost early. There's nothing wrong with that. Sorry for the clink clink. Kind of like that on Risky Operation, and then Magic Power. I could make it not consume. Do I care? I kind of like it just doing more damage. Gets a kill, but 5 damage is likely to get a kill anyways. No, I kind of just want it to do damage. Double stack. Melee weakness 4. Now that's interesting. I think I can get with that. All right. 12 damage and lifesteal 1 to enemy units. This is one of those fights where I don't think I care about the damage of enemy units. We probably want to play on the top floor, because we're gonna wreck the boss, I think. I think we just want to play exactly how we've been playing. We don't have to. We could play the bottom floor, and then the final boss fight is going to be a lot easier. You know what? You sold me. We want a Plague Doctor. We want Talos. I want a Crusader. I want a Battle Dancer. Now, I can descend one of them if we want to, but I'm waiting for multi-strike down here. Giving you 10 extra damage. Kills everything. So we probably don't need to give you any more Valor. Let's give Valor to the tank. And then we could just Valor, 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 or we could start working on a mixer. I wouldn't mind getting a damage shield in hand, just in case we needed to keep you alive. I'm liking the unstable build on the Plague Doctor. I just wish dualism worked. I really am. Why are you taking 45? Tons of Titan skin. Okay, fair. So you gain Valor every turn. Man, you do a lot of damage. Yes, you do. If we work on a melee weakness, we could maybe do a lot more damage to you. That might be tempting. Or we could just rage you up really nicely. Let's get you brewing, get more rage. And now we're doing more damage to you. I don't want you to make it up to the Pyre, because you do 21 damage. No. This is where we want that cool descend that murders you. Oh, but we could, oh, we can't Hollow Mirrors. Damn, it's fine. I mean, this does 50 extra damage to you, but this is also pretty nice to stack up some unstable. I also want to play on strike Valor. It's gonna do no damage, but it will apply unstable 25, which is not enough to kill you, but it does come close. If I put the shield up here, we can probably kill him. Okay. We don't want quick. So we're just going to build up maybe a regen. And I hate this stalling for the Hymnists. It's why I don't like Hymnists as cards. Because you're just waiting to draw one unit before you can actually manage your floors the way you want to manage them. It just takes freaking forever. Okay, I can give you Infinity Melee Weakness, which helps me out a lot. And then, do we want a potion kit? Or an Inspire? Or maybe even Vampire's Teeth? You could just come out here and be a unit. You do fit. You know, you do fit. There you go, 162. That's pretty solid. I don't have to play you in the front to kill you and get your equipment, I suppose. Chosen enemy showing up before Endless is rough. Is that a Covenant thing? Yeah, Covenant 10. Covenant 10. They only show up during flying boss battles, which I actually did not know that's how it worked. Okay, take 8 damage. You're dead. You get played. We get extra multi-strike. Then you come down. Oh my god, we're actually doing it. There we go. And like, it took that long to get the floor set up. You don't want it to take that long to get the floor set up. We need another way of descending this Hymnist, which we could do with the Descend card, but I had to play it to keep myself alive. Gaming. And every time you attack, you're giving Valor to everybody, so you should actually be a little bit further forward, I think. I mean, I think I'm just gonna do that. I think I'm gonna buff your damage. Give our tank more tank. I don't know what hit you with for melee weakness, but I hope it was a lot. All right, should be easy. You know what? Oh, right. Wait, that doesn't count as a shift? I guess I do have to change your specific order on the field. Okay. Well, lesson learned. Death Metal Hymnist is doing a good job. All right, a bit jank, but it works. Friendly units gain Valor 6 on Slay. That is really nice to stack up damage. I like that. Unstable, unfortunately, it doesn't give Slay triggers. So not only will Plague Doctor not get a Slay trigger from an unstable explosion, but also if you have a unit with unstable on them, they also don't get a Slay trigger, I don't think. But Valor 6 on Slay, just to stack up more Valor, more damage, it's not bad. Combustion Suit, we could put this on another unit and then get more unstable, but we already have unstable with her. Do we really need this? Not really. I'll just take a room. I think I do want draw. I gotta get through the deck faster. We don't really need capacity as much as we need the draw. And if I duplicate Death Metal Hymnist, we can draw it faster. So I think that's where I'm leaning. Yeah, we also do need the Pyre health. I don't need it to have multi-strike. I just need it to be drawn faster. So let's make it a little tankier. And honestly, even Titanite, just making it tankier so it can survive, I like. Battle Dancer can just have damage, because I don't really care. There we go. We're twice as likely to draw you early now. And then every turn get Valor 6 to everyone. Not bad. You also have 60 HP, which is not bad. We're gonna dump a Shield Steward, and we're done. I think that's okay. A Penitent Prayer Stone spawned on each floor. Unfortunately, that would kill our Plague Doctor. But we don't have to draw them on turn 1, or sorry, we don't have to play them immediately. We could wait to draw them later. That's not what we want, but it could happen. We could also give them we can't give them mixers immediately for damage shield. We're not guaranteed to draw it. Oh, it's so much damage, though. We need to play on the bottom. Man, I really hate skipping this, but we have to. We have to get the Plague Doctor going. We have to be able to play the Plague Doctor on turn 1. Man, also we're not gonna have Strike unstable with Silence on the floor. If I play on the top floor, I really wish you could see the prayer stones that she summons here. It's very important. They give her like 30 damage. We could take it. The prayer stones are not that bad. We'll have enough Valor to tank it with the Titanite on the Firebrand. If we play top floor and stall playing the Plague Doctor for a couple of turns, they can come out in a bit. We have a lot of things to draw. Death Metal Hymnist, Plague Doctor, then we move Talos up. Or maybe we can start Talos at the top, move her down, and then move her back up. She has a lot of Valor. It's only Spell Shield minions, which is not problematic, and Explosive Reaction, and the mixers do kill them. Connie says, usually the heal 151 is the one I just skip. This one counters your Plague Doctor. It does, but I think I'm just not gonna play the Plague Doctor. So we're gonna play this differently. Yeah! We're gonna play Talos up here immediately. And how much health do they have? 200. We're going to not play the Plague Doctor. Damn it. We're not gonna play the Plague Doctor. I hate to not play the Plague Doctor, but this is what we need with death metal. I mean, that's lucky draw. That's what we wanted. The real question is, does this keep you alive? I guess you probably die to the spikes before you heal, right? So I don't think we can play risky operation as well. Why are you taking 3? Oh, because of your Titanite. Let me see. It does work. Okay, that's fine. Acceptable. It's just more damage. We do need mixers to kill these enemies. So we need to get the potion kits going. Okay, unstable. So you're dead. We need another mixer. Didn't get unstable. We don't want quick. So I think we'll just inspire and then chill out. At least that top floor is able to kill things now. Valor 6 on Slay, very nice. We're not gonna play the other Hymnus. We could. You are ruining my unstable by literally existing, you piece of garbage. No, we need this, which does even, I think this works even when you're silenced. It does. We're gonna give you the revenge book. This floor is whatever. I'm okay with you moving up, because we killed the one in front, which was the important one. I'm okay if you move up. You're problematic. You need a double unstable mixer. So, get this out of here. Shift on game, trigger shift. You can have this. I might play this mixer. I might play this. Play the mixer. Why? It doesn't matter how much damage you take, I suppose, is the answer. But we need you to go. So we need another one of those to kill you. Maybe I'll just get this out of the way. Also, we have a problem of her. She is in the way, and I can't play my unit there when I want to play her. That's unfortunate. 12, 24, 9. I need to move you down and then have your cooldown start. I handled this fight very poorly. I made so many mistakes here. Like, because I need to be able to play another unit on the top. Because you're going to make it up to hit the Pyre currently, and I need to kill you, which I can't do currently. Okay. This is not the mixer. This is not the mixer you're looking for. That's the mixer we're looking for. So we can play this one here. Kill you. Only you are living. Only you are making it up. If I play this, it'll wipe everyone, which is not exactly what I'm looking for. I guess we'll just play this here. If you take damage, it doesn't matter. You can brew. Why do you do 19 damage? Oh, because I'm incanting. Yeah, no, I can't let you move up. I need to, honestly, I think just restart this one. We have to play this one differently. I can't have the champion up there because if I draw my units, I need to be able to play them. And we need to do more damage to the big units moving up. So we have to rethink this. Firebrand still comes out. I don't think we need Talos up there. I think we'll do Steadfast Battle Dancer, Talos. Get this floor going. Now let's think. Death Metal Hymnist is still very important up here, and the multi-strike on her is going to be a lot of damage. But I could also, because we have a second Death Metal Hymnist, we could put out an Everlasting Light, strike Valor. Can't descend you, and the melee weakness is not enough to kill you. The extra damage goes to almost 40. You can almost kill him in one hit, but it's still not a... I don't have the energy to play the Plague Doctor. Maybe we don't play Death Metal Hymnist. And instead, we get... Strike, apply Valor, which will scale our damage. Extra Valor. And... Is there any way I can kill you? If I do this, you do 50 damage. Like, I can't play you here, because I can't descend you. If I play you there, you die. Unless I can get a mixer that gives you a damage shield. You'll still die, though, even if you're down here, which I can't do with the descent. I want you to have this, but okay, we can't play the Plague Doctor. Don't play the Plague Doctor. What else are we gonna do? Get your damage going. And then we can play Death Metal Hymnist on the next draw of it, because nothing else that we're drawing is really that expensive. There are things that I would like to play, but it's not super important. We might get lucky being able to play the Hall of Mirrors into another Death Metal Hymnist. That, I think, is better. A single unstable also really helps there. So you get one unstable, kill 3 enemies. Let's get a Strike Valor, Divinity here. Let's buff your damage, and then get one more mixer going. Sap can give us melee weakness. Raid gives us more damage. Oh, but you know what we need? Unstable. Because we've got units that are moving up, but whatever. Let's deal with it. Okay, maybe just take the damage. Quick is not necessary, but it is another unit that's out there doing damage and scaling. Potion Kit I like, but you're silenced, so you can't do it on this turn. Gotcha. I think that I made a mistake with the sap. I think we just need a mixer. And then I don't think we want quick. How does a firebrand sword stay on fire like that? Magic. If in doubt, it's magic. Maybe we should have played that on the middle floor. I don't know. It's okay. But if you get away, you get away. So there's death metal. Damn it. We need to play it. We really do. Means we get the money, which is nice. You can give me a mixer. You need to go. You're a problem. You also have an incanting problem on your floor. So do we want to try to go for a sap or a unstable? Why don't we wait a turn? We can decide next turn. We're doing no damage to you. I made a mistake turning on this damn trial. Not much is certain. So incanting is bad. Trigger shift, resolve, trigger shift. Didn't get the unit we wanted out. Assume unstable, chant grant, quick. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna kill you. I've made mistakes coming here. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a bit problematic. Maybe I can melee weakness you? Let's dump this. That floor is looking scary, though. We do have the Plague Doctor out, though. We could play her. We're gonna play her. So, play him. They're taking 191. If I buff your damage, it doesn't matter that much. That being said, I can stop you from doing any buffing. I can do more damage. Maybe give you a stack of melee weakness. Well, I can't fly, which is a problem. Okay, much better. We were able to get our Plague Doctor out finally. It took way too long, but we got it. Now we still have to survive. And I hate the enchant. I can't, get off of my floor. I mean, I could descend and melee weakness somebody. Like if I descend you and melee weakness you, they're gonna be on this floor, which is very annoying. What I really want, what I really want, is to get up here with the champion and do an extra 150 damage on you, but with the silence, we're not doing that. I think what we do is we descend him out of the way. God, I'm so dumb. I think what we do is we want to move the champion, then descend him out of the way, then we're good. Move the champion. Descend you out of the way. Buff your damage. And then unstable. Give me a second. I got a plan. Oh, I should have done the bash first too. This is gonna suck. Give me a brew. Unstable. Give me a brew. Unstable. Well, we have damage unstable. So now I can kill you, and now we're not silenced. Then the shield means that you won't be silent on us, or we'll be able to actually do damage to you because you're gonna die when you strike me. Okay, we're getting there. Gain Valor stacks. You're gonna be problematic, my God. Oh, it's only 15. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Oh, but the spikes are gonna kick your ass. We gotta buff you with rage, like immediately. Okay, we still might be able to get a rage. The room is not good. What? Oh, because of you! Wait, hold on. Oh, the revenge trigger is not activating because you're enchanting my... See, if we had spikes, we could actually do this, but we don't have spikes. Oh my god, you freaking asshole. Whatever. Move up. Accept that this floor is dead. I need rage, and then we need damage shield. Several stacks of damage shield. Look, take the 1 damage. Pyre's gonna have to do some work here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be hurt. It's gonna be hurt. No, it's just dead. All right, I mean, the trial killed us. I made a mistake there. I thought that we'd be able to just like draw through the deck. It's those death metal hymnists. They're so expensive, and because they're not a banner unit, you can't play them at the beginning of your combat, which makes it really hard with Talos to manipulate the floors, because you can't just ascend, you can't use all of the ascend descends to get them into the position you want them to be in. The 1 descend card that I took was 3 energy. I just don't have the energy to play them and other things. Most unstable applied though. I like the Plague Doctor, but we should have, well, we should have not taken the trial. But we also, I wish that the hymnists were banner units. That's just it. That's what I wish. I wish that they were banner units so you could actually play them when you need to play them. I'm spending far too many turns just burning Talos on a different floor and then playing a death metal hymnist and then being able to move her up with her flight ability. It's very tedious. So yeah, mistakes were made. If we didn't take the trial, I think we would have been fine because we would have been able to buff our damage a little bit more, but we still would have had problems on that fight because it's not just the Plague Doctor, it's the silence. I don't know why silence silences enchant, because it's not a trigger, but it does. So pretty much that fight was specifically designed to counter our entire deck. And it makes me not like hymnists. It's another reason why I don't like hymnists, because if you're silenced, your hymnists aren't providing any value. Now, I had more spells that we could have used to take advantage of in order to kill those silence units, but I didn't have the energy to play them. I didn't have the draw to get what I needed. I was trying to unstable every floor to kill the waves. I just couldn't deal with it. It was a fun run though, and I really liked Plague Doctor. I'm going to be playing with Plague Doctor more. I also wish that the Plague Doctor's dualism worked. So many little critiques that I do wish were changed. Like, why doesn't it work? There's no reason it shouldn't. It's just, it doesn't because it's not a number written on the card. But it doesn't say it has to be a number on the card, right? Magic the Gathering rules states that it should work. Can you make a cherry cloud margarita? Actually, make that 2. Coming right up. Bartender, make that 3. What are you doing here? Don't you still have a tab to settle? I'll have you know that I've settled all my debts, at least to this establishment. Speaking of debts, you still owe me a drink. Yeah, right, that offer expired when you called me a weakling. Why don't you two settle your differences with a bit of friendly competition, a drinking contest with the strongest drinks I got? Interesting, free drinks? Well, that would certainly make up for the debt this one owes me. Not that she would accept it. I think that the man made of fire will probably have a better time with alcohol, considering alcohol does evaporate at a relatively low temperature, doesn't it? Please, like I would pass up an opportunity to finally show that inflated head of yours who's boss. Guess I'll take that as a yes. Give me a minute to get the drinks. And start. Wait a minute, this game is rated... What is Monster Train rated? It has alcohol references. Monster Train 2 Peggy rating. 7. Due to mild violence, the ESRB also rates it E10 with alcohol reference. Fantasy blood, mild blood, and mild... Sorry, fantasy violence, mild blood, and mild language. ESRB 10, Peggy 7. There you go. I rated a 10 out of 10, says Gladeair. I also rated a 10 out of 10. Floor 7 is sometimes harder than Seraph and the Titans. I agree, Leo, but I think a lot of that is specifically the silence units. Like, the freaking... because it affects a lot more things than just triggers. I'm waiting, by the way. I'm really hoping that I read Monster Train had a roadmap. They're going to be adding in new content. They're going to be adding in new rooms and equipment for the Monster Train 1 clans. I just want more quality of life, some bug fixes, tweaks. That's what I want, but there hasn't been an update in like a month. When the game first released, they did a couple of patches that fixed bugs, and then it's just been kind of silent. I want, ironically enough, I want more updates, because there's some little tweaks that I think that they could be making. This should be easy. I'll have you know dragons metabolize liquids with far greater efficiency than others. Is that so? Wouldn't that be a disadvantage? Of course not. Why would it be? That all you got, Phoenix? Careful you don't pass out before round 3. They're only on round 2? Man, Phoenix, I could drink you under the table. Round 3, I'll have you know we're in round 4. Losing count already, Featherbrain? Featherbrain, that's the best you got. Try again, Scaleface. Here's to round whatever this is. Frankly, for an angel, I'm quite impressed. Same to you, I suppose. I don't know if it's the drinks, but you seem a lot more tolerable. How about we call this contest a tie? Well, I've definitely gotten my money's worth. Fine, but you're buying me a drink next time. Nice try, but I'm not that drunk. All right. So yeah, shame that I miscounted how much damage the Pyre was taking there. But yeah, with the trial on, not being able to play our unit on the first turn, not like it would have mattered, because the strike effect would not have triggered on the silent floor. And there were just too many silent floors with big units, and I was relying on that unstable far too much. It is what it is. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train 2.